Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers, where today I am going to show you a couple of weird things that I have found in this game. For those who have been on this channel for a long time, they know I like to experiment with a game and see if I can find broken things. And from what I'm aware of, I have found at least 2 broken blocks in this game. So I scoured the entirety of this build list, so this is all vanilla stuff, plus I've got most of the DLCs. I also did some research. This is where I found out this in the first place. And we have 2 main broken blocks. The first broken block we have is, if I can spell, there you go, is the railing. And not any type of railing, but this particular railing here, railing double. There is no other block in the game which has one block which has 2 separate sides that are stuck together, meaning you can build on each of the 2 faces, like that, and you can pass through here. There is nothing connecting these 2, which allows you to build interesting things like this. So we have one central stem, so all of this and this side is one grid, and we can have something spinning in the center, passing through between these, which are connecting these grids together, and allowing just free movement. Isn't that insane? Same process here, so this is with a small grid instead. It's pretty cool. And it is really, really simple to build. It's literally a case of you place a couple of blocks, right? So let's say I was doing this. We'll do that. You place your rotor. You place your blocks. So you place these like this. I apologize if you hear my dogs barking, by the way. I don't really know why they are, but they're barking. Place that like that. You can continue this line. So this is all one grid, obviously. And then right here, you can do that. And if you decide to use large grid, the only thing I would say is you need to use blast door blocks. And make sure you use the blast door blocks for plain ones. And make sure that the blocks are rotated to the thin sort of line. That way you can place them. And when you place them like that, it means when you turn on your rotor, that, it passes through. Or it should pass. Oh, okay. One thing I didn't do is change the rotor displacement. There we go. And yeah, it allows you to have one grid, and yeah, it's a fun weird block that the game seems to have. It does require you to own the DLC. You need decorative blocks too. Be able to do that. So it's a couple of pounds if you want to mess about with something like this. If you do have any other ideas of what you could use this for, other than something like a space station with having a big ring moving in the center, leave a message in the comments down below. Tell me what you would use this for. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing that I have found out. So the next thing I have found out is, out of all the different types of blocks that you have, glass seems to be very broken when it comes to pressurization. In the sense of, I can be here having, if you look in the bottom of the screen right now, you can see I'm no oxygen and I'm freezing. I can walk through here, and I am warm, and I have high oxygen, and I've walked through no doors whatsoever. You can see this room is fully pressurized, and now I'm cold. Isn't that weird? So this is also a fake door. So I'm not losing pressure. You can see there, it's still fully green. Not losing pressure. This is just a projector to, make it look like a door in the center on top. And I can prove to you this isn't just a random block and a glitch. If I was to break a hole in the wall, we will lose pressure, and I'm now freezing. Again, if I do that, it will warm up, or we'll get pressure. This room. So you can use, and if I destroy that, you can see we lose pressure again. So glass blocks are insanely broken in this game. All of them. Or I say all of them. All of them that it's pretty much any block which takes up sort of a corner. So it could be that block, it could be none of these blocks because these are flat faces, but it could be this block, which you'll see in a second, and like that. It did that one. So they're just the opposites. I think that's it. That's the only ones I've managed to find which are kind of broken. Oh yeah, actually, also this triangle one. So this triangle one also just allows you to walk through into a warm atmosphere. And you may be wondering, why would you want something like this? Well, one, it means you could have a cool, like, airlock and not have to worry about it being pressurized, you know. You can just mess about with having something like that. It's easier to walk through in space. This is a circular one we have. Again, this is me just using a different projector thing. Again, nicely pressurized. And it honestly is very trippy, isn't it? It's very trippy. But what else, what could you use this for? That's where I get to the last thing I've got to show you in this video. So I'm going to come through this back door here. Right. So obviously we're going to get pressurized up. The one thing you can do when you have a hole that's bigger than, you know, a door or anything like that, is you could shove subgrids through it. For example, I could do this. This is nicely a pressurized area that is fully exposed to space, you know, to move subgrids through. And I can just hop on and walk straight out into cold. Isn't that weird? Look, I'm warm. I'm cold. I'm warm. I'm cold. Very, very weird stuff. Again, what would you use if you had the ability, like you do in this game, for like, so this is fully vanilla. This is just glass blocks. Everyone has access to this. What would you use this for? So, like I say, you could use it as making something like a ship having a docking connector. Like if you had this on your ship, you could push it out and run through it, and you'd probably actually be fine. What else would you use the ability to be able to run through into space without losing pressure in this game? The one weird thing in this game is if you... Right, so let's say I had my wheel, right? Yeah. Let's do... You know what? I put the rotor onto there. The battery. Just like that. So if you then extended... wherever velocity is there. If you extended the piston into the actual rotor and then went to attach, you could attach it. Why did it actually attach? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Alright, okay, so you had a piston onto a block, or whatever you want, and then onto the actual rotor head, and then you extended it. So let's go to velocity and extend it. And the block's fairly important, I guess. That way when you attach it... I thought it was connected to a landing gear. Apparently it wasn't. Alright, let's try again. And then we extend the piston like this. With a battery. And then we attach it. When we delete that, it is technically a wheel. So you can use the wheel like it is actually for block. Well, you can see I can now rotate this little block. So it is reverse and it does push it back whatever you build. However, you could technically extend the block down. If I push this out a little bit. I push that down. You know, it still works. Which means you can use... Oh, that's something new I've just found out. It doesn't have collisions. So if you want to do something like this, you'll have to use a mod called Build Vision. That way you can actually attach it. So most likely it's only PC users that can do this. However, you can, you know, rotate a block or set of blocks using WSD from a seat, but you can also spin and it will pass through as if it has no hitbox. Isn't that weird? Again, no idea how you would use a block like this. But just fun ways to break the game, really, isn't it? Anyway, as always, if you found anything here either A, interesting, B, new, something you didn't know about, or C, you just, you know, enjoyed it, consider hitting the like button. It always helps me out. These types of videos always take a little bit longer to make. You have to do the research, you've got to do the pre-building. It just takes a long time. So yeah, if you do enjoy what I do, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm a small channel that's trying to grow, so help me out. Anyway, my name has been Quantum Chief, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!